Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
President-elect Donald Trump is appointing Florida U.S. Representative Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, is at least what they want you to believe. Well, now he's a former Florida U.S. Rep, Matt Gaetz, and this is undoubtedly the most shocking choice for the new administration. But I want you to look at where I've placed this story. I've made it the 7th thing you should be talking about today, yet I will talk about it constantly. I still don't think it's a real thing. Yes, he's an ally of Trump. Yes, he's a staunch conservative. Yes, a lot of people in this audience would love to see Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, and I'll just be honest with you, so would I. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I do not. I don't need to hear about loyalists in government for Donald Trump. That's how these things work. I just don't think Matt Gaetz can get the votes.
Number 6.
Following Donald Trump's 2024 election win, some Democratic voters termed BlueAnon have been promoting conspiracy theories that Trump and his allies were engaging in election interference. Remember, I thought this was bad until it was good. Those claims mirror the QAnon-style narratives alleging a mix of sinister plots involving Trump and Starlink satellites with Elon Musk. Yes, the Jews are also involved. There's all sorts of different things happening here. They also are arguing that the assassination attempts on Trump were staged to boost his popularity. That's happening as well. And they're basically conspiracy theorists. So congratulations to the left. Your conspiracy theorists are back. And they're making their way to television. Good for them.
Number 5.
Alabama's new $1 billion Elmore County prison, currently under construction. And if we think it's going to cost $1 billion, you're wrong. It's going to be way more than that. It will be named after Governor Kay Ivey. Yes, they are really calling this thing Governor Kay Ivey Correctional Complex. I hate this so very much. This was approved unanimously by the Alabama Corrections Institution Finance Authority and should be reversed immediately. A 4,000-bed facility that Kay Ivey oversaw the funding for, and they're going to name it after her. This is crap. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This is the worst kind of government you could possibly have. A government that does stuff like this clearly feels there are no consequences for any stupid thing they do. And this is I got a real problem with it. Bigger problem than I should have.
Number 4.
During their White House meeting, President-elect Donald Trump thanked President Joe Biden for facilitating a smooth transition. And the media reminded us, isn't it ironic that Joe Biden was never given the same opportunity? No, that's not what irony is. Irony is rain on your wedding day, according to Alanis Morissette, but that's not irony either. The meeting, which discussed national security and domestic policies, was a return to tradition, contrasting with Trump's previous refusal to meet with Biden in 2020. Yes, because Donald Trump believed that there were shenanigans with that election, because, there were shenanigans in that election. Biden's invitation marked a significant gesture, even seen as reinforcing the norm of orderly power transitions after 4 years of strained relations between the two leaders. Okay, all the norms are back. Are we good? Good?
Number 3.
United States Senator John Thune, a Republican from South Dakota, won the Republican Senate leadership election, as I told you he would days ago, defeating Senators Rick Scott of Florida and John Cornyn of Texas after 2 rounds of voting. By the way, you realize Rick Scott didn't even make it out of the first round, right? He didn't have enough votes to come in second. He came in third. Thune had garnered 29 votes and will succeed Mitch McConnell in January, I believe it is. The race saw intense campaigning, with Thune securing public support from several senators, while Scott and Cornyn were backed by prominent figures as well. Thune emphasized unity in the GOP's commitment to advancing President Donald Trump's agenda in his victory speech, and they all did just that. So the Mitch McConnell wing of the party won another one, folks. That's the truth. That's what happened.
Number 2.
Senator Katie Britt's office has labeled claims that she did not vote for Rick Scott as misinformation. So they're pushing back on this. You know who else is pushing back on it? Rick Scott. Yeah, Rick Scott also says that Katie Britt voted for her, or him, excuse me. And that's not enough either. Because now Rick Scott is a lying rhino or something. I think that you guys don't know what rhino means. I think that's the main takeaway here. It means Republican in name only. If you're calling me or anyone else that and you're putting an H in there, I'm questioning whether or not you know what it is or whether you should have a Twitter account. But it was said yesterday that I'm the dumbest person to ever have a radio show. So what do I know? Laura Loomer's involved in all of this nonsense, so of course it's as dumb as you would expect it is.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
Republicans have secured control of the U.S. House of Representatives, solidifying their power in Congress ahead of Donald Trump's presidential inauguration in January of 2025. This is a huge deal that will not get enough attention because we will be talking about Matt Gaetz and whether or not he had sex with a 17-year-old while crushing up ED medications and drinking energy drinks. And if you think I'm kidding, that is one of the things coming out of Washington, D.C. today because Matt Gaetz is not a choice that these people like. Matt Gaetz has left Congress. He has resigned, so these 218 seats, and that's at least where they're at right now, is now, 217 now. There will be a special election. You also have a special election in some of these other seats as well, but they're all expected to return Republicans to Congress, but they will be heavily contested seats, and anything can happen. It's happened in the past that you would have somebody pulled out who you think is in a safe seat, and then the fire of the attention of the opposition, gets turned on, and people start paying attention to this stuff, and surprise happens. But here we go. Big win by Donald Trump here. A mandate, a sweep of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, solidifying power in Congress. That's what's happened here. And Donald Trump should be very happy moving forward that he is going to have all that he needs in order to pursue an aggressive agenda. Does that mean it's going to happen? No. But it means that the opportunity is there for this aggressive agenda to take shape. So that's where we are. That's where we're at. And everyone should be pretty happy about where all of that stands right now because it's a mandate. At this point, you can now easily claim a mandate. I hate the idea that the voting is still going on in some places. That is a mess. But the race has generally been called. Republicans have won that particular body. All right. Lots to talk about in these 7 things. You, of course, can weigh in on all of them. Pick up the phone right here, 866-494-WVNN, 866-494-9866. That is the scoutpestcontrol.com WVNN hot take text line. You can also email us.
You've got mail.
Dale at WVNN.com. You can do that right now. Remember, the 7 things is brought to you by our good friends over there, 2 Men and a Truck. 2 Men and a Truck. You're going to get 2 Men, a truck, and so much more. These guys want to make sure that you are happy. These guys want to make sure that your next move is the easiest move you've ever done in your life. So maybe you'll consider moving down the line. If I ever move again, 2 Men and a Truck are going to do it for me. You get 2 Men, a Truck, and so much more. They have what's known as the grandma rule. Treat everyone the way you'd want your grandma to be treated. These are people that live in your community. These are people that love your community. They've been around for over 2 decades, and they're ready to help you make your next move. People listening online in Colorado Springs who think they're going to be coming here, sorry, we're full. But if you do decide to come here, 2 Men and a Truck, they can help you out. 2 Men and a Truck, Huntsville.com. Check them out today. When you do, make sure you tell them Dale Jackson sent you.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 things you should be talking about today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.